Hey everybody, Economic Ninja. We're going to talk about real estate, but we're specifically talking about people that are in forbearance right now that are quite possibly facing the facts of losing their home, the home that they love, the home that gives them security. And I'm going to try and give you some ideas to help you save your home. So without further ado, let's do this. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja. Okay, we're back. We're going to be talking about people that are in forbearance. And let's say you're not in forbearance now, but you might be losing your job for a myriad of reasons right now. The economy is absolutely going crazy. Honestly, to say from one week to the other, we don't know what's going to happen in this world is an understatement. So I'm going to tell you guys give you guys some points. All right, forbearance. First off, forbearance is a tool that is that people have used for decades and decades. It is a clause, it's in most people, I'm pretty sure every mortgage nowadays, that states that if you come into hard times, I'm just gonna super gloss over and paraphrase this, you have a certain amount of time, usually it's 90 days, in which you can claim forbearance because you have a loss of job or something like that, and then it gives you time to reset, okay? But usually in those loan docs, it states right there that you can either tack on the 90 days of missed payments onto the back end of the loan, or it's immediately due, and then you know, at the end of 90 days, and you can continue the loan as it was stated. So I want you to understand one thing. There's a document in there called a promise to pay in your documents. You need to read through that because right there it stipulates, you know, your name, the address, the property, all that good stuff. It gives you a bunch of information and it gives you some outlines. One of those things in your documents, it says that you need to keep reserves on hand in case a situation is like this. And in a lot of cases, it's 90 days worth of your payments. Now, I want you to realize that when you go into forbearance and you're going to go into a negotiation with a bank, you need to be able to prove that you did everything within your control to keep those loan documents exactly as you signed them. The second you sign them and you say, yes, you know, just give me the money, give me the house, there's a lot of things in there that it's actually states and you need to go and review your loan docs. Many people just don't even read their documents when they sign them, let alone when they're in forbearance. So you need to immediately go through your loan documents. If you're in forbearance, read them all through and make sure that you're keeping your word. And one of those statements in there, it says that you will keep a certain amount of months of payments in the bank in case there's an emergency. And right now, to say that there's an emergency nationwide is an understatement. So what you need to do is go through that and then do what it says. Because when you do what it says and you go before, because the bank just can't come and take your house. There is an actual legal proceeding that has to happen, okay? Now in 2008, there was this program called Cash for Keys. And what a lot of people didn't realize what was happening behind the scenes is that if they were able to pay for you to sign a document, and people weren't even reading those documents, it said that you relinquish the rights to your home back to the bank, okay? It said it very clearly right there. This is not the bank's. We can't take it unless we get your signature. And they would do all kinds of things to try and trick you, get you to leave the house. The first rule in forbearance right now, just so you know, is if the house is vacant, they can immediately go in and take the house, okay? So you need to keep ownership of your house. Show that, no, this is my house. What's happening to me is outside of my circumstances. I lost my job. I want to keep my house. So you're going to be going into negotiations. In those negotiations, you need to be able to show that you did everything you could possible to keep your home. Now that doesn't mean selling off all your possessions to keep paying the mortgage, because it doesn't say that in your mortgage. So I want you to read through your mortgage and you're going to see it's pretty clear cut, and just so you know, this is not legal advice. If you need legal advice on this information, you need to go seek a lawyer, okay? And I'm not a financial professional. I'm an investor, but I've went through these things in the past, so I have a background in that. This is just my life experience, okay? Nothing more, nothing less. By the way, if you want to talk to an attorney and you're like in the state of Texas or California, Gannon the Cannon, go and take a look at him. I did an interview with him on forbearance. He's great. He's becoming a buddy of mine. I think a great use of a time would be to give him a call and let him talk to you, because he's actually helping settle people's forbearance cases right now, okay? Back to this. When you go into the negotiations with a bank, you need to be able to show them that you did everything that document says. And one of those is that you had reserves off to the side for an emergency. And then when the emergency struck, you lost your job, you use those reserves, if it be 3 months, 6 months, whatever your documents say, to pay your mortgage. Now, after that period of time, that's all the document says. So you need to make sure that you're doing everything those documents say so that you can go before, a bank auditor, processor, whatever they call them now, or a judge if it goes that big, but most of the times it's not going to. Banks are going to figure out a way of fixing this with you. And you want to be able to show them you did everything honestly possible. The last thing I want to tell you guys right now, and we're going to keep these videos sort of short, is I want you to document everything from the person you talk to, the phone number, the extension, and then a brief synopsis of what you talked about, because a lot gets lost in translation. You know, these people at the bank are talking to you and they're typing in notes and stuff, but you get transferred to this office, that office, it's just a mess. And when you're able every time to bring whoever you're talking to up to speed real quick, on this date I talked to this lady, this is what we spoke about, this is what I was told to do, this is what I did. You bring these people up to speed, immediately you are put in their mind to the top of the list, because you are literally the 1% of all the people they deal with every day. Not only that, if you are kind and professional and to the point, you literally go to the top of their list. They have a rough enough job as it is, okay? They're not the ones that are foreclosing on you. They just have a job. So I hope this helps, guys. Please put in the comments. If you're going through forbearance and you want to share your stories, please do, because you never know. It's when you help people with information, more information comes back to you. Okay, guys, with that being said, I thank you for your time. The Economic Ninja is out.